scares the monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark.
What's going on, Gorehounds, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Goremore Podcast. I'm your not so mean, fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, you know, I'll bring the shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Started off, we have that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee. But this week, we are going to call him hold on, I wrote it down, the Dark Lord of Wonderful Smooches.
Oh.
It was in the movie. I had to. I was just like, oh,
Very nice.
Writing that down.
I like it.
What did he say? I will never let you call me that or something.
Yeah, something.
I will never answer that. Something like that.
I was like, Chad will. Yeah,
damn right.
Chad Christmas.
What's up, bitches?
Woo! We have the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, Lord Scuba Cabra, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, motherfuckers?
And you know him as that killing machine. We like to call him that Meat Mountain, Mr. Bobby Baloney Amone.
Yeah, you didn't forget this time. Woo!
I did not.
But don't forget about Mr. Long Don Silver coming in
I know.
live tonight.
Everybody gets three. So I get
Okay, that's fair. Good evening, everyone. Welcome.
Because if we got more than three, he'd have to do my whole spiel.
Yeah, dude.
Don't
Man,
nobody
I can't remember Steve's all of them. So
yeah.
You know, it took me a long time to get it down to what I got it down to.
Did you have to write it down so you wouldn't forget anything?
No, they were always there. I would just always jumble them up and say them differently. And then
you got that nice
until finally I'm like, okay, it's going to go boom, 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 boom. And then that's just how I say it now.
word. Awesome.
That's fair.
All right. Well, today is April 7th, 2025, and we have a very interesting topic for today. We are talking Psycho Goreman from 2020. What's up, Gene? Thank you for joining,
Gene.
brother.
What up, Gene?
This is my pick, and I've never seen it. So, and neither had the boys. I think Brody had.
I think so.
I'm interested to still hear his review for a second viewing. And yeah, I'm sure we all have a lot to discuss about this movie, but we can't do that until we bring in the episode the right way, and that is talk about what we did in the last week or weekend or whatever. So, Scoobs, how you feeling, buddy?
I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your...
Oh, shit. We had fucking Alvin in the building right there.
Oh,
damn.
Wow.
Holy crap. Oh,
Thank you.
boy.
Thank you very much.
Oh, man. All right, Chad Daddy, how was your weekend, brother?
It wasn't too bad, you know. Unfortunately, my week ended the same way the previous week ended, and that was with a sick kid.
Vomiting.
This time it was my oldest, and she doesn't usually get sick very often. So she was sick, Thursday nights, Friday morning. My wife and kids are getting ready to leave, going to work and school, and she's like, "Hey, Chloe said her computer's not working. Can you take a look at it?" So I'm like, "Sure." So I get her laptop and I open it up, and the screen's just completely black. I'm like, "Well, shit." So I look at it and I'm looking really close and I can see that the screen's lit up a little bit. So I'm like, okay, the computer's actually working. It's just the screen. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I can hook it up to the TV and see if it works using an external monitor. Worked perfectly fine. I figured just for the hell of it, I'm going to download some malware bytes and do a malware scan. Found 105 entries.
Wow.
Granted, a lot of it's like tracking cookies, stuff like that. It wasn't all true malware. So I did that, got rid of all that stuff. I'm like, well, the screen's still dark. I'm like, there's nothing I can do, but there is something somebody else can do. So I got a hold of Mr. Gene Smith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I messaged him. He's like, yeah, bring it over. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you home all day? He's like, yeah. So after about lunchtime, I took it over, and he's sitting there messing around with it. He gets it working. There was just something... I don't know if the monitor for the cord for the monitor or something was loose, and at some point it looked like somebody had either dropped it or stepped on it. So he had to get a new case for it, like a new shelf for it, which was $27 on Amazon.
Nice.
So I ordered that, had it sent to Gene's. He's telling me all about this movie that he watched called Bloody Birthday. He's like, dude, this movie's so bad.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's like, I watched it and I was so confused by what I watched. I had to watch it a second time. He's like, you got to see it. He's like, actually, why don't I put it on while I look at the computer. You can sit there, we'll have a good laugh. So I sat there and watched it. It actually is a pretty fun movie. It is very stupid. They do a lot of dumb stuff in this movie, but Gene's like, I think this would be perfect for the show. I'm like, you know what? Maybe eventually we'll do it. But I had a
Oh,
good time hanging out.
pick.
So I had a really good time. I got to hang out with Gene for a few hours, got the laptop working. I actually have it. I got brought back today. So it's working perfectly fine now. And so that was Friday. Then Saturday, since Chloe still wasn't feeling good, we didn't go to bowling early. We were able to go later because Cameron and Harper bowl later in the day. So we didn't have to get up super early. So we went to bowling. And my wife decides, hey, we need some groceries. I'm like, okay, we'll go get some groceries. She's like, She's like, no, I'm not going. You're going. I'm like, damn it. So her reasoning was, hey, while you're out, you can go up to Ollie's and see if you can find one of those Ghostbusters ones.
Word.
Like, hell yeah, I'll go take a look. Unfortunately, our Ollie's closest to us did not have any. It didn't even look like they had a spot to set them out. So I don't know if they just didn't get them yet. Maybe they're not getting them. I have no fucking clue. Usually the good stuff like that gets to sent to like the cities and we get the shit. So I may not get one. If I don't get one, not the end of the world. I really don't care. But it would have been nice to get one.
I will say that they were set up in our store. They weren't with the toys. They were like off to the side in like a whole different section.
Oh, I went through the whole store.
Yeah.
I was there a good half hour, 45 minutes going through every aisle looking.
Nice.
So I didn't find anything. So I went to get groceries and so many people at Walmart. It was so peoply. It was too peoply for me. I got my stuff, left, came home, then just kind of chilled out Saturday. We did finally get to do some Phasmophobia Thunderdome over the weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
And
we did.
and I would like to announce that I am the Thunderdome champion, bitches.
And it wasn't bad enough that, like, the one time he did die, we used the freaking monkey's paw, and we were trying to bring back, I think, Brody or myself. No, it brings Scoobs back to life
Yeah.
Who wins? This guy.
every damn time. The only people that have ever brought back was him and Brody. Every freaking time, it was always bringing back Brody.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
So we're going to have to do that again. And then Sunday was... I was goofing around. I got a new external hard drive, so I was moving stuff around to that so I can do a recovery on that hard drive that I broke, which actually Gene's probably going to come over here this Friday, and we're going to work on that. And Ben wants to know who kept going us with the voodoo doll. That may have been me.
Oh, yeah, that was you. That was you that time. Yeah, because Ben did play with us this weekend for a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, that may have been me, Ben. Sorry. And yeah, and then I watched this movie, which I'm ready to talk about, but I'm not going to be too kind to it.
Fair
Good
enough.
to you.
Scooby.
Well, let's see. What did I do this weekend? I didn't do a goddamn thing but play video games and hang out with my wife and my daughter.
Yeah.
Got to see my grandma for a bit. Played a lot of Phasmophobia. And then Mel on Saturday. No, it was yesterday. She was like, hey, a bunch of my Discord people want us to download a game called Repo. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Or maybe it was Saturday. I don't know. But so I looked it up and I'm like, oh, I've seen people play this on TikTok. Like this game looks absolutely hilarious. So basically you're just like this little robot thing that's like in this post-apocalyptic world, and you have to go around the world and put objects into your cart to make the amount of money that you need to leave. But there's like these scary creatures that'll like chase after you and shit. It sounds stupid. It is fun. That's what took me so long to jump on, because we were playing before I jumped on here. So
Dude, sometimes the dumbest sounding games are the most fun. I played this game where all you did was went fishing and opened up a fucking sushi restaurant. And I only played that because it had Godzilla content, and it was actually really fucking fun.
yeah, no,
Oh,
this,
yeah,
game's,
dude.
this game's actually really fun, man. And I feel like it's only on Steam. That's the only downside, that it's only on Steam. It's not on console. But even if you have a slow computer, as long as your internet connection's good, it'll still run it. And I feel like it is a game that the four of us would absolutely love. And then if Brody could get it too, it's I think you can play with up to 10 people.
Oh, shit.
Or 6 players, yeah. But it's fun. Like, I don't know. And it's the whole aspect of trying to get your mission accomplished but also trying not to die or trying to, not to kill the person that is helping you. And I don't know. It's a
It
fun.
sounds like Phasma right there a little bit.
It kind of has this. It doesn't have the same elements, but you have to run and hide and stuff from like the creatures. So
Ben.
I played this game where you're a plumber and you hit turtles with a hammer. Yeah, that's Mario. It's Mario, buddy, right there.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Who knew?
And then I got to watch this movie, which I feel like I am the odd man out on this one because I have good things to say about this movie, and I can't wait to talk about it. Bobby?
Well, my weekend was chill and fun at the same time. Friday was a chill night. I took my mom out to the diner. We went and had ourselves some just nice little night out, mom and I. And then I came home and was in Thunderdome with the boys over here. Died lots of times. Did not get brought back. Was a little pissed off that Brody got picked every single fucking time. He got picked the one time. What? A minute and a half later, was dead again.
He was dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was the point of that?
Oh, that was so funny.
And then I think it was like, I think Chad, after you hopped off, it was the three of us playing. And then I died, and I completely forgot that you could bring back players for like 2 seconds. I'm loddling around as a ghost. La-di-da. Oh my God, I'm back. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I'm going outside. So did that Friday with you boys, and then Saturday I was hanging out with my brother. We went to there's a sports show that happens in literally 20 minutes from my house every year. So they always got some football players, hockey players, baseball players, boxers. Like Mike Tyson was there, and they had a few other people. So we met a couple football players, and they have autograph vendors there, authentic autograph vendors. Like they literally go through like the major companies you could think of for authentication. That's who they go through. Yeah, I'm walking by. Let me look. And I look down at the corner and I see this big picture. And it's got 6 different pictures. And in the middle, it's signed by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right, let's walk away. I'll come back later. We're only here for today, but I'll see. And I keep thinking about it. I've said, I will meet him, but getting an autograph might be harder than like getting a picture with him. So I went back and I bought it, and it's like I said, perfectly framed. It's in a frame on the bottom with the pictures around it, but it's his real signature, and I was so happy to get it. So I'm like, well, now I have it. Now I need a picture with the man. So that was my purchase at the sports show. And then Saturday night I was at Rebecca's. We went out to dinner with her family, and we just chilled out and had ourselves a nice night. Sunday, another chill day. We did some running around. Finally went to a Target that had the Ultimate Halloween Curse of Michael Myers figure. I bought 2 of them, and then I did a nice little review on that earlier today. And Sunday we just chilled out, had dinner. I made dinner for her family, and we were watching a little basketball. And that was that. And then I watched this movie twice. And I got to say, I don't think, Scoobs, you'll be the only odd man out, but it won't be over the top. It took me 2 watches to form my opinion, but we will talk about that in a little bit after John.
Can't hear you, bud.
Yep, because I was muted. So I had a pretty chill weekend. The daughter, actually, she got in the all-county band. So it's just music directors will pick a couple select kids, and all the schools in the county, they all have enough to orchestrate a full-size orchestra, right? So she's in 5th grade. So she's in the elementary. And so they've been practicing for a while. They had their concert this Saturday, which was phenomenal. I gotta say, honestly, I was just like, God damn, man, for the little kid, what, I mean, I'm not gonna. They've been practicing stuff, so I'm definitely gonna give them like credit for full share. But just for age alone, like,
yeah, you can't go in expecting like the London Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
No, but it was damn good. Now, difference obviously between like something like that, where like the daughter's like normal band, like it's a full ensemble, so it's like they have every elementary. Why?
What is
I've
it?
just never heard anybody say it that way.
How the hell fuck do you say it?
Elementary.
See, it sounds like you guys are saying tree at the end.
That's the American language for you.
Elementary.
Elementary.
I don't know. That's how
I've never heard anybody say it like that before.
I've never heard. Who the fuck says tree at the end? Anyways,
Elementary, my dear Watson.
dude, that's like fucking you drive 150 miles west of where I am, and soda is no longer soda, it's pop. And honestly, that shit aggravates me. I'm like, no, fuck off, it's soda.
Everything down here is Coke. It's all Coke.
That's bullshit too. No, it's not.
That's confusing as fuck.
It's all Coke.
Right? I want a
Can you grab me a
Pepsi.
Coke?
All right, yeah, I'll get a Coke. No, what?
Can you grab me a Coke? What kind? Dr. Pepper.
No, that. Well, you know what?
I'll
give you Dr. Pepper because Dr. Pepper actually, randomly enough, goes through both distributors. It's
It
just
does.
whoever
It does.
Yeah,
I just found that out.
right? Random
And
Dr.
And
Pepper.
I didn't know how you could tell, and now I know how to tell which one's bottled with Pepsi and which one's bottled with Coke.
How do you tell?
The bottle shape is different.
Yep.
Oh.
Plastic bottle shape was.
Mm-hmm.
Cokes are the more slimmer ones. Pepsis are the shorter, fatter chode styles. So, but yeah, that's fine, Ben. You'd be wrong. Anyways,
Another civil war is going to start every day.
Here we
I don't
go.
care.
Brother
North versus
brother.
South. Yeah. You fucking go.
It's pop. It's soda.
Well,
It's Coke.
Coke.
no, it's soda or it's hard Mountain Dew. Anyways, so yeah, got to enjoy the elementary band and it was like I said, they're badass. They did 4 pieces. It's about like an hour long, but those kids got carded in the day before from at noon, and then they had to stay after school till 5. Then they had to go back to school on Saturday at 8, and then the concert wasn't till 1. So they trained them kids pretty fucking ragged to the point of their concert. But no, they did a fantastic job. And then Sunday I went and saw the Minecraft movie with some friends and family, and I had a really good fucking time. It was a fun movie. Great theater experience, which is always I feel like that can also help make a movie, depending that can skew views, especially when all the kids are in unison on the jokes and stuff, where it's hell yeah, dude, they're having a good fucking time. And yeah, I'm not saying it that way. So
Elementary, my dear.
Hey,
I'm saying it how
maybe
it's
a
fucking
Texas thing,
written.
man. I don't know.
I'm saying how it's actually fucking written. Hold on, let me ask you a question, bro. Is that fucking no? Fuck off. Yeah, see, there you
that's only
fucking
in
go.
Compton. You don't speak Compton around here.
I don't. I'm in fucking upstate fucking New York, baby. I got cows on left and the right of me. Fuck off. No, so I had a pretty fucking chill weekend. Watched this movie yesterday and again today because, Bob, I felt like I needed a second viewing to make a solid opinion on it. And I think I got it. Maybe I don't. I don't fucking know. We'll find out as we discuss. And I'm ready to do that now. So we are talking 2020's Psycho Goreman. All right. This was dropped on October 7th after unwittingly resurrecting the Archduke of Nightmares. Awesome name, by the way. An ancient murderous creature from the planet Gygax, brother and sister, Luke and Mimi, have a crisis on their hands. And one day, the only thing that stands between the alien overlord and global annihilation is a strange pulsating gem of destruction. And on the other hand, the demon's archenemies called the Templars, have already dispatched Pandora, a mighty sword-wielding defender, to stop him at all cost. Now, it seems that whoever wins, humans lose. Can the little suburban siblings control the beast and in the process save humankind? Directed by Steve Kostansky, The Void. Hey, we watched that. That was a good one. Leprechaun Returns. I have yet to see that one. Written by Steven Kostansky, Father's Day, and Manborg. Produced by Stuart F. Andrews and Shannon Hammer, ABCs of Death 2 and Violent Nature. Steven Kostansky, Manborg, and Day of the Dead TV series. Bobby.
Starring Nita Josie Hanna, Books of Blood as Meanie. Owen Meyer, Alternate Ground, Terrifier 2 as Luke. Matthew Nineveh. There we go. Transference, Death Valley as Psycho Gorman or PG. Adam Brooks, Father's Day, Dark Harvest, like that movie, as Greg.
That was great.
That's a great movie. Alexis Hensey, Scarborough, East End as Susan. Kristen McCullough, Scarborough, A Night's War as Pandora. Reese Presley, Bloodslinger in a Violent Nature as Chad, Thug One. Rich Evans, Frankie Frico, actually sounds like an interesting movie. Half in the Bag as Death Trapper. Kenneth Welsh, Survival of the Dead, The Void as the narrator. Judico, body count total of 15.
Mm-hmm. Music by Blitz Berlin, The Void, Scare Tactics. Cinematography by Andrew Appel, VHS 94, Tales from the Territories. Edited by Andrew Appel, Stephen Kostansky, Manborg, VHS 94. Effects and makeup by Mike Hamilton, Curse of Chucky, and A Violent Nature. Distributed by RLJE Films and Shudder. Runtime of 99 minutes. Not rated. Budget of 1.5 mil and grossed about $137,500.
Was it? Did it get a full release or was it limited?
No, it had a partial release and then everything got canceled because of COVID.
Oh, so those numbers are kind of skewed by the times for sure. Because I was like, man, I feel like this would actually still do pretty fucking solid in theaters, but yep, the old vid. Didn't think about that. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys, for that. So once again, this is all of our first watch.
Yeah.
So thoughts, boys.
I'll start it. So I watched it yesterday at Rebecca's house. And at first I'm like, I'm not getting this. Why? I'm like, I understand why am I not getting this? So today I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this a second time. And I paid attention. I wasn't even on my phone. And I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, now I get it. Because I went into this thinking probably something, maybe like you, Joe. I was expecting something. When I say out of left field, I mean, it was going to be fucking massacre everywhere. It was just going to be.
You didn't see anything going into this. No trailer, nothing.
The only thing I thought going in was this is going to be a massacre. There's going to be some humor. And that's what I thought. That's literally what I thought. Well,
see, I remember seeing the trailer when it first came out. And from what I remember versus what this was two completely different things. But
I didn't even see the trailer. I went in blind. So
no, and sometimes that's the best way to go, man.
Yeah. And I got to say, after my second watch, I enjoyed it more. There's still some things I did not like about it. It was more of visual things the second time.
Mm-mm.
But then I started to like it a little bit more. I'm like, okay, this could potentially be a once-a-year watch where I want to watch something that's like, it's cheesy. It's funny. It's got its moments. And I would watch it again. So I definitely enjoyed it the second time way more than the first. I love the design of the fucking something.
Did you have another ghost attack?
Bro, yes.
Another ghost event?
Dude, that fucking skeleton, there's no way that thing just fucking fell over right now. No,
this is like the last 3 to 4 weeks in a row you have had.
You've had something going on.
Thrown down. Damn, dude.
No. But no, I enjoyed the effects. I enjoyed the way Psycho Goreman looked. I love the idea that he's this fucking Archduke of Nightmares and all of that shit, and he could stop anything if he has that gem. I loved all that. It was for the movie we got. Yeah, it was very enjoyable. It ain't perfect. It's not. I'm going to be watching this, 5 times a year, but I enjoyed it really much the second time. So, I'll stop there and let you guys go from there.
Fair enough. Chad, Eddie, your thoughts?
Well, I was sitting there watching it, and I wasn't really getting into it. And it was about halfway into it. The wife's starting to... I could tell she wasn't digging it. She picks up her Kindle and starts reading. I looked at her, I'm like,
that's always the sign.
If I didn't have to watch this for the show, I would have shut this off by now. I did not like this movie.
Fair enough.
I thought it was stupid. There's not a character in this movie I liked. I didn't give a crap what happened to anyone. The effects were okay. It was Power Rangers level effects, basically. And we literally got a Power Rangers fight in the middle of this fucking movie, which is about the only cool scene. But
and music.
And music. Yep.
Dude, that first
I did love
Crazy
that because like it
Ball.
even had like the sparks and the explosions, like the Power
Hell
Rangers.
yeah, dude.
That was cool. The aliens even looked like they could become straight from the Power Rangers, except for the bucket dude that had like a bunch of body parts in him. You're never gonna see something like that on Power Rangers.
He totally is just an adult Power Ranger, but he is though, right?
Yeah,
like that creature has definitely existed in Power Rangers before. It's just not bones and
just
blood.
not. I mean, that was cool. The little girl was an annoying little cunt. I hated her.
I still, on the second watch, I still wanted to punch her, but it was a little less.
No, I could not stand that little bitch. She was so annoying. I also didn't like how they made every man in this movie a fucking pussy.
Except for Psycho Goreman.
Except for Psycho Goreman.
Yeah.
The dad was a pussy. The brother was a pussy. The friend was a pussy.
The cops were pussies.
The cops were pussies.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it was funny.
It wasn't funny. It was fucking stupid.
I'm mid-road. I love the effects. I love everything that has Psycho Goreman in it. Every scene that he's specifically in, or he's the main character of that scene, I am 100% on. His lore, dude, the part where he was going and talking about I was all about that shit.
I did love every time they would do something and he'd be like, "This reminds me of the time when I was fighting over," and he goes on this whole little long and it shows the kids, and the little girl's like, I've heard enough.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off, because I was like in the diner and I was like, I want to know that fucking story. Fuck you. Like, shut up, you little. No.
But
her character and the father annoyed me to the point where that is where I start to have problems with the movie.
Same.
Because there's nothing even like corrected on their actions by the end of this fucking movie. They're still fucking douchebags.
The worst part of the whole fucking movie is where she gets down and starts talking to God, and she picks up.
Yeah, that was such a waste of a fucking stupid.
And then she's like,
scene,
"I don't even
dude.
fucking need you.
I'll do what talking to you."
And she fucking breaks the cross. Like, oh God,
Dude, I laughed
what
so hard at that place.
I don't need it. No, who was that even for?
No, I laughed
stupid.
so hard at that shit. Y'all can say it was stupid all you want. I laughed so hard. And let me tell you why. Because this movie could have been something completely different if the gem would have fallen in the hands of a good little girl and a good little boy. We would have gotten this nice family friend. Fuck no. I love the fact that it went to probably the cuntiest fucking little girl on this fucking planet, and she didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck what anybody said. She took him out. She didn't do the whole ET thing and try to fucking hide this motherfucker in the closet. She was out in public taking him to fucking diners. She didn't give two shits what anybody had to say because she knew she had the fucking power in her hands. Nobody was going to stop her because she had this fucking giant alien creature that was bending to her will. Whatever she wanted, she was going to have. And I loved that. I didn't care that she was bratty. I love the fact that she was bratty. I love that both kids were fucking just the worst fucking kids you could think of. The brother was such a pussy. He's the older brother, and he's getting beat up by the little sister. That in itself is comical to me.
See,
I thought it was stupid.
And maybe this is just me speaking it. No, because fuck that little cunt. Because she's the one that when all of a sudden you take the fucking remote, she's crying to mom and dad that you fucking hit her. Now your ass is getting fucking beat because she's a lying little bitch. Fuck that, dude. I hate her.
And it's okay to hate her. That just means she did her job as an actress. She portrayed that
so
character so
that
much.
Character
you fucking hate
so
that
much.
character.
Like that character should have died at the end.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. Psycho Goreman should have killed that whole fucking family, or better yet, like mom ends up killing dad. Psycho Goreman and mom somehow get together because she stays robot.
No. But
I mean, at one point he did talk to the brother. Like he did kind of want to get rid of her at some point in that dream sequence. So it was on the table.
Right. Scoobs is right. He liked hunky boys.
He did.
Or do I?
My hunky boys.
So I will say though, the scenes with him are fucking awesome. And like that Power Ranger scene that Chad Daddy was talking about, the way that ends with him eating that dude was fucking awesome.
It was fucking
That was
gnarly.
probably my
Horrific
favorite.
way.
Oh my
God.
God.
The fact that
dude.
we get that twice in this movie is great.
Well, it kind of reminds me of the fucking merman from Cabin in the Woods, just because it's spitting blood at the same fucking time.
Mhm.
Like it's just super gross.
His,
That
the
is
way his mouth
squelchy
opened up
sound
and
right
everything.
there.
I don't know if you've ever seen Godzilla 2000.
I have not.
Oh yeah,
That monster Orga at the end, like his whole head just like flips back like a Pez dispenser, and he tries to
Yeah.
this big thing comes out and tries to eat Godzilla.
So
yeah,
that
there was
like
a lot like
Godzilla
that.
just fucking
this
blasts
movie,
through us.
I will say what this movie does is it makes me want a prequel movie of just
him.
fucking up planets, dude. Just
I mean, and we know
nonstop,
at the
like-
end of
I would-
this, he's fucking up Earth. Like Earth is done. Everybody on
yeah,
Earth
for
is
sure.
fucked except for
That
this
family.
one piece of shit family. Because even the mom wasn't likable. And I'm not saying the characters
No.
were likable. They were not likable at
See,
all.
I didn't have any problems with the mom.
The mom was cunty too.
She
Are
was.
you kidding me? Her husband was not exactly the best.
In
That
which
is-
ways?
come on.
I would love to argue this dynamic because
John, your sister doesn't even know what fucking day of the week it is.
When she said Friday, I'm like, wait, what? Did we just miss a week?
you know why? It's because her head is probably like mine.
She's
It's
already on vacation.
Yeah, it's already in Myrtle Beach mode. It's like, fuck this week. I want it to be Friday. I get it.
Yeah.
Fuck. What the hell we were talking
We're talking about the dynamic of why the mother.
No,
He said the
so
mother was a cunt.
this-
You're
listen,
saying she's not.
I'm
Which-
just no, because first of all, fuck that guy, because that dude is people I work with who
Yeah.
explode shit in the microwave and don't fucking clean up their messes. I want to shove your head in the fucking microwave when you do that shit. That shit fucking pisses me off. Secondly, who the fuck microwaves chicken? Get that fucking shit out of
Dude,
here.
was that an
It
entire
was a
chicken he
rotisserie.
microwaved?
was an
It
by
looked
the
like
entire
a
way?
chicken.
rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
It looked like it was just a rotisserie chicken he got from the fucking store.
It's my
Listen-
secret recipe. The microwave really holds in the flavor.
Kind of
Listen,
dry.
real quick. The best part that guy has in this whole movie for me is when he's talking to his daughter. When I was your age, a man invited me
my
into
God.
his white van
That
to
was
show me
such
his prestige
fucked up
collection of. And I'm like, you're totally changing this story. You are, wow. How fucked in the head are you right now? There was a pause.
No, my
There's a
favorite
pause
scene with the
there,
dad.
like, oh, you sick bastard.
My favorite scene with the dad is when he fucking high fives fucking
And breaks
PG
his
and
fucking-
fucking
oh, yeah.
breaks his
He breaks
fucking
his
hand.
hand.
I was like, oh, now his hand's really broken. Now he's really fucked.
See, I mean, they definitely paint the dad in the most laziest way, because even when his first TV gets broken and you get the next seat of him watching the new TV,
You're gonna have
the
to wear
broken
more
TV is right
Right
there
there.
underneath on the fucking floor. Like, that's how far he got it. And he's like, I'm good.
But you know
And
what?
then
It's
he's like, you know
stupid.
what? Why'd you? He's like, I need to take the next 2 weeks off at work. So why don't you pick up a couple? It's like, bro, fuck off.
But you
man.
know, it's stupid little things like that that made me chuckle. It's stupid little, just the little things like that. That's like, dude, this dude's a piece of shit. Like, fuck this guy.
See, I wanted to laugh, but the dude's so shitty. It's not even funny to me. It's just like,
Yeah, the
Yeah,
second TV
Molly,
looked
I
shittier.
thought
Yeah,
so too.
It did not,
It-
it did not look
it
better.
looked like an old like 90s like
it was that
Yeah.
silver style,
Yeah.
fucking 100%,
Yeah.
dude.
No,
Oh, man, I don't know. Like I said,
I-
there's still great things about this movie, dude. I'm not gonna shit on it all the way.
No, and I'm a little more in the boat with Steve, but I'm also with John a little bit. Like, it's like, man, there are definitely some of those things where it's like, if it was done better in a lot of spots, 100%, this would have been ultimate rewatch multiple times a year.
Here's my other thing. Maybe it doesn't bother you guys, but let the kids swear. It's a rated R fucking movie.
I
Let the
agree.
kids
Yes,
say
no,
But,
that
okay,
I agree
so
with that.
yes, cool. But I just think it's funny when she's like, teach him the F word. And then you think they're gonna say fuck, but they're like frick and frickin'. And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was I don't know, bro.
To me, though, a girl like that is not gonna fucking like censor herself.
No.
No, she's not. She's
Fuck.
not.
No,
I don't know.
versus
I just found
everything
those,
else that she does.
I found stupid little things like that funny. Like
It
I was
almost
chuckling.
seemed, it felt like this movie was written by that little girl.
You know that.
Yeah,
Now that you say
honestly.
that, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that, dude.
Yeah.
You know something, like I was expecting her to curse out her parents a couple times, not even once, not
Well,
once.
clearly, like she gets all her shittiness from her dad. and like that's pretty apparent by towards the end of the movie. Just with like, even he says "frig." I will. Okay, one of the funniest scenes I personally laughed at is when the dad's on the shitter and Goreman just shows up and psychic premonition of
I don't know where to go.
Screaming at the top.
I don't know where that is.
how. Okay, missed opportunity. How do you not hear all of a sudden
Yeah.
and like a huge dump after that? Because come on, dude.
My thought was, well, at least he was in the right place for that to happen.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
That's why I
But
needed to hear almost the splatter after it, because it was just like, yes, he literally scared the shit out of him. Thank you.
But then he,
Like,
also ends up
Mom.
in the tub afterwards too.
well, I don't know where to go. Left guard man.
Hi, Mom.
That scene, I probably laughed the hardest at that fucking scene, dude.
I think the
Like-
most weirdest scene though was the random fucking song right in the middle.
Yeah, that was kind of like.
Okay, I enjoyed that very much. Watching him go around town and all the shit that's going. I enjoyed that.
That reminded me of like a Josie and the Pussycats
Yeah, it
episode
did.
or
Or
something.
the Banana
dude. It was
Splits
just,
or
it was-
something.
Yeah, like we
Stupid.
just
It was
gotta
like-
randomly break into song with the
Like an
fucking
old
dad.
70s cartoon
Yep.
where they
Weird.
fucking
Dude.
break out into song in the middle of the fucking thing. Yeah. And and
Like,
then like Scooby's
PG
on the
just,
drums.
he's sitting
or
there very
something.
badly drumming, and then all of a sudden he's drumming like a pro.
Yeah. What was the show with the fucking talking shark? They literally did that.
Oh,
Where he was like
Jabberjaw.
on, Jabberjaw, and he was on the drums, dude.
yeah.
Like all
Yep.
the fucking time.
I love though when they're walking down in that same scene. They're walking down the street and the one kid gets like nice Halloween costume, and he just looks at him, explodes him. You see the guy walking
That
back.
was
Just
pretty-
like this. Okay,
So, like,
I will say I do feel bad for Alistair because that
Yeah,
kid,
dude, that kid
poor
gets
fucking
fucked,
kid, bro.
man.
He gets fucked and turned into he's Krang. He's Krang.
But
That's
he
all he
didn't
is.
seem to mind so much. He,
He
seemed
didn't.
okay with it.
He didn't because everybody accepted
And
him.
his
Even his
parents
parents at the end.
Care.
You know,
Listen, you know what his dad was thinking
Which-
the whole time, even though he didn't say anything, because he was just like, fuck, dude, like just.
I will say at the end, his mom was pretty hot though.
yeah, she
I
was.
would agree. I will not disagree with that at all. No, like I said, man, this movie, I don't know if I necessarily need like a full character change, but either like character change by the yes, I know she said like almost even from the brother. Like I wanted him to really fucking like even maybe just let him say fuck once. Like in the G
He's had enough.
in the truck when he finally was like, no, I'm done. Like if he was just straight up like, no, you know what, Mimi? Fuck you. And you know what, Dad? Fuck you too. And they'd be like, and like that, I feel like would have been
That would have made
monumental
it.
moment.
I think that would have made it in that moment way more funny. Way more funny in that moment. So
Well, and it just would have made that kid seem a little bit more like, you know, he got his chutzpah there.
I did
But-
like it. I did like at the end how Psycho Goreman was having this whole little thing about how he now feels love and he's gonna use that to
use it to
destroy the
Destroy
universe.
No,
And I will
that was a good
destroy it with
twist.
my power.
I dig that. I like that a lot.
But
And-
what about the scene after the beginning of the credits where they're watching him on the monitor and he pulls out a 38? There's always another way. So who wants to
Oh,
kill
yeah.
himself?
First,
And then the fucking
the brain guy.
the brain guy's like,
So that's one thing I feel like we should also talk about, man. Like creature design, man.
Was
We have a
awesome.
lot of
Yeah, there
different
were some-
creatures in this fucking movie.
dude, that
dude.
snake
great.
creature looked really fucking cool. That snake alien that was at the council
Yes.
table,
Yes.
Yes.
he looked really cool.
I like
think
the robot brain at the table.
Yeah, robot
Like,
brain
Dude,
was
that was
cool.
my favorite. It looked so shitty, but that guy was my favorite.
That was great looking.
I
it's
mean,
like-
and nothing really
I-
looked super awesome because even Psycho Goreman didn't look fucking awesome, but it had
But
like that
it's-
90s cheese look to it. And
Yes.
it's top tier Power Rangers, bro.
it's this.
Uh-huh.
This movie is this.
Yes.
The great
Yes.
value fucking can of cheese. That's what this movie is, and I fucking love it.
You know what this movie is? This is a recent version of what would have been in the 90s a full moon video release.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
probably.
Trauma,
yeah.
but definitely, I feel like this is definitely up Full Moon's alley.
I could see trauma too, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
So like I was getting just even from Psycho Goreman alone, just looks like he was giving me Wishmaster vibes.
I was
His
thinking
looks
the
a little-
same fucking
I was
thing.
thinking Creeper.
Same. Same.
Creeper. Okay, Jeepers Creepers as well. I got that too. I think that was with more of his like teeth a little bit and
well,
stuff.
his teeth, and then when he
The-
fucking
yeah,
opened
the
his mouth
restaurant there.
initially, yeah.
Yeah, I was
See,
getting
for-
heavy Wishmaster vibes. I think part of it, was because of his voice.
Yes, it was the way he
Make your
spoke and
wish.
told stories. That I was totally thinking the same exact thing.
Oh, Gene says he was the pirate, the fucking
Mhm.
robot pirate.
Yeah,
what was his name? Something
Cassius
3000.
3000.
Yes. That dude probably had one of the, I don't know. I mean, probably getting eaten was probably the worst, but that dude might have had the second worst.
His fucking face
I'm not
was
gonna
ripped
lie though,
off.
the sidekick he had that he turned the cop into that fucking thing.
Oh,
I don't know
dude,
why.
that fucking
That
He was a putty. That was a putty.
he was a putty.
That-
Straight
He
up
was
was a putty
"Woo,
with his
like-
fucking gun, and then he turns on Psycho Gorman and then fucking kills himself.
Question.
I
What
fucking
was he
love that
shooting in
scene
that
when he,
gun?
that was just bullets.
Cancer
That-
bullets.
for him. It was yeah.
How? Because you remember he emptied his clip.
No, he did. He
when
did.
Psycho
But
Gorman. So like, is he just producing bullets out of his
Probably.
body?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
probably.
but I did like the scene when all the villains, all of his lackeys turn on him,
Mhm.
and that fucking cop just goes and starts kicking him.
The best though is when the one that has all the bones and stuff in it, like inside him, it just starts
This-
spraying him with blood. I'm like, so what is that?
That's-
gonna
yeah, what
do?
the fuck was that gonna do?
It
What
gets
was
you
spraying
wet.
him with blood gonna
Nothing.
do? Just make him wet and sticky.
No, he's AIDS, bro. He's
No.
like,
Oh.
Kill you with AIDS.
he does the long.
That is such a
con.
Cartman thing. Jesus Christ!
But even that witch, that fucking
She
the
looked
witch one,
cool.
she was creepy looking. The
Oh,
eyes,
God,
it was,
oh.
and then when her head started rolling and she got away, and she's like, "Oh, I got away," and the fucking truck ran over her. I was like, "Yeah, you bitch."
all that shit I enjoy, dude. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like this movie, it's a weird mid road because it's like I hate the people so much,
Mhm.
but I love everything else about it, dude. 100%. That whole
Ugh.
both and I like that they even like talk about like their weird like government. They're just like, yeah, man, we just take turns. Fucking. They're like, it's my week this week. And it's like, you know what? That'd be a pretty fucking probably chill government way to go. But that being said, is there anything else you guys want to discuss? So Steve, oh, you know what, Steve? I did forget to ask the main question, but I'm assuming we already have answered it. Are you happy with your purchase?
I am very happy with my
All
purchase. I
right.
am very,
Okay.
very happy with it, and it is a movie that I will watch over and over again.
I did.
I'm glad you feel like it. It definitely makes up for last week then.
It does. It does. It definitely
Wishboard?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It was just a fun fucking movie to me. And like I said, I know that the little girl was annoying, but I was okay with it because that was her character. And like I said, I love the fact that the gem didn't go to this good-hearted person. It went to the cuntiest cunt on the planet Earth that treated
Yeah.
everybody like shit.
I just wanted her to like actually say sorry to her brother.
Well,
instead
it
of
was your
doing,
brother's
like, it was my pick. Yes, I've never seen it. So no, because she does the little like what do you want to call it? Yeah, little taps there.
Morse
SOS.
code.
Oh yeah,
Morse
they're
code.
yeah.
Which I was just like, yo, man, that's a bitch way out of that too.
Yeah, but
because now
she
you're
still
not
said
actually
it.
saying it. Yeah,
But
she
you know
did
what
it,
though? That's how they communicated.
Yeah, because even the
And-
parents did it.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it was a family thing. So in a sense, if you have a secret code with your kids or your family or whatever, it's still the same. I mean, and to me, that's showing love to him even after the fact that she treated him like dog shit.
I will say though, one of the laziest moments not laziest, but one of the funniest moments I thought for the dad's laziness was when they were discussing the whole politics when they first got it. And they were like, "We vote. Dad does it." And he's like, "I vote all
You
three.
all
You
do
do it."
Yep, that is
That's
that
a
is-
very real
that is a
argument.
very
Sometimes.
family thing right there.
So I was
Yep.
like, I'll give you that one because I did like kind of the way he was just like, and then he started. He's like, "Oh, I hurt my hand." Ah,
But
I
even
thought
at
he was-
that, that's
thought
why
he
I
faked
love.
that just to get out of
He
doing
did
it.
fake it. He did.
No, I
fucking
know.
Fake it.
And
He
that's
was
why, like,
faking it the whole time.
I laughed at that part, but then he just kept getting douchier, and it was just
Yeah.
like,
But that's the
"Alright."
thing is, he's faking this injury from the entire time, and that's when he goes to fucking high five Goreman.
And
He's
breaks his
doing it
fucking
with the
hand.
hurt
Oh
hand.
my God.
The hurt hand in quotation marks. So when it actually breaks, that was the end. That was the punchline of the fucking whole hurt hand joke for me, and I was fucking dying, man. Mel hated this movie. Mel fell asleep twice. She was on her phone the entire time. She's like, "Whose pick was this?" I said, "I'll give you one guess." She's like, "Bobby." I said, "Nope, it was John's pick." She's like, "What the fuck, John?"
Well, I'm sorry, Mel. So at least Scoot. Hey, at least your husband liked it. That's
Yeah,
all
I did. I fucking loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh god, and you're gonna watch it over and over and torment her each time you watch it.
Yep.
I will say,
You know something? I said that I'm probably gonna. I said I'm gonna watch this once a year. Watch. I'm probably gonna watch it just as much as Scoops and be like, God damn it!
I
fell in
do
love with this
think
fucking
it's
thing."
one that may potentially. Watching it back to back, I was not the same. If I gave this a good year, like hiatus, came back to it, I bet I would enjoy it a little bit more. Knowing what you're already going into. See, the first time expectations were different. I think I set myself up for failure on that one, right? But going in it that way, I already know what I'm going into. So,
Well, see, I went in blind. And
Right.
I never even really saw anybody talk about the movie or even post about it or anything on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, any of that
Really?
shit. I never really saw anybody.
Oh man, I
post about
saw
it.
it. I remember when this came out, it was like fucking everywhere.
I saw
So
them talking about
I
it.
went
but
in
nothing
blind. I
else.
had zero expectations for it just because it's a Shudder movie, and you know, you never know.
That can be
what you're gonna
questionable
get.
for sure,
Yeah, you never know
100%.
what you're gonna get. I will say on this, they show previews for some Shudder movies. There's a couple on there. I don't remember what they are that piqued my interest that I'm gonna have to go
Dude,
look up on
I
Shudder.
think the Shudder exclusives are really starting to come around, man, from what they were.
Yeah, they
several
no, they
years
are.
Dude,
ago.
Kids vs. Aliens is on our list, and that's a Shudder exclusive.
Like that one I started watching that one
I
today.
But that
Yeah.
is on like Prime now too, or something. I've seen him.
Yeah, I
is
think it's
it?
on Prime.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
No, there's
Oh.
dude, I was just going through Shudder today. I finished the Hell House on there because obviously we got that announcement for that new one. Actually, that last Hell House wasn't bad. I
Well,
gotta say. It's pretty good.
No, and not only that, for real quick, because you said Kids versus Aliens, that came out of VHS, which is how that movie got made, which is why I watched it. And I was like, oh, this is better than what
That's
they
next
did
week's
VHS.
episode.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately I will not be here for, but I will send a video in because I've seen it numerous times and I'm going to watch it anyway.
On the flip side, I won't be here for VHS too. So,
all right, fucking tag in, tag out for that too.
Okay.
No, yeah, dude, I'm sad that I won't be here for next week because this is a solid movie and a solid talking piece. But we're not talking that. We're talking this. On that, man, like I said, practical effects solid, story questionable, music in this, dude, score fucking awesome.
What was
bro.
awesome? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, we said it before. If you like Power Rangers, you'll fucking love this score, dude. It is all fucking rad 90s, 80s riffs, just like some sweet fucking hair metal. I swear to God, it started Power Rangers in that first crazy.
It did. It fucking did.
Because I was like, that's the fucking Power Ranger riff.
Yep.
And then just when you think it's about to hit that next like third riff, it goes into a different key change, and you're like, oh, fuck you, give me it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me it. No, man, and there was just the song. I don't know. It was a weird scene. I didn't need it, but I didn't hate it.
It was a better song than Puberty Love, I tell you that.
I'll give you that.
bullshit. No song's better than Puberty Love.
Nah,
Best song ever.
I mean, I still like singing actually Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
But no, man, it's I still wish I saw this when it came out because COVID was a weird year. This makes perfect sense for that kind of a year. It's a weird fucking movie, man. If you don't like cheese, you will not like this movie. And I feel like that needs to be stated right from the get-go. This is, like Scoop said, full on cheese, man.
It's full on cheap cheese at that. It's not even good cheese. It's
It's where you got to be careful. If you have too much, you will get sick.
Yes. So hopefully I don't get sick from just killing that can of fucking string cheese I just ate.
You know, did you get the Ritz crackers so you could do up the little center spurt?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Hell yeah, dude. All right.
Real
Well,
Ritz, or are those great value also?
Do what?
Are they the real Ritz crackers?
No, the real Ritz. I go real Ritz on that. Come on, buddy.
I would have went.
The great value ones don't taste the same. They don't taste
That's
the same.
fair. That's fair. All right. I didn't load him in right away, but if you guys are ready, I can pull in Mr. Kane.
Yeah, let's hear what
Oh,
he has
absolutely.
to say.
Yeah, I'm curious what he's got to say.
Give me un momento. All right.
Howdy doody there, folks. It's your Kang and Banger back for another episode of Goreman. And this week I'm here to talk to you about Psycho Goreman. Psycho Goreman, I'd seen this probably last year sometime, can't really remember when, but I do remember before rewatching it tonight that, I enjoyed it for the most part. Obviously, I do have some mixed feelings about this film. But, I still think for a film that's along the lines of like Turbo Kid and Hobo with a shotgun. I think it actually, definitely holds its value, especially with its practical effects and like even costume designing of these creatures that we get in this film. Definitely feels like a '90s aesthetic, like a tribute to those films of the Power Rangers era and all that sort of stuff. So there was a bit of nostalgia element about this film. It's just essentially what they were showing us throughout these character designs, which I actually really enjoyed. Oh, I'll also mention the Guyver. Otherwise, John will kick my ass. But in saying that, I love
Fucking right,
most
sir.
of this film is the practical
Where's
effects.
DKB tonight?
The practical effects of each death of character.
Weird area
just
with
so
internet.
over the top. It's ultra violent, and it's just got that comedic value about it when they deliver, especially for a budget with this type of film. I definitely feel like they really push the boundary of like representing a an easy script to film, but just pumping all their money into the gore galore and gore and more that we get. So I can appreciate this film in that department of how each death scene or just violence, wherever it may pop up in this film, I can just really appreciate it for what it is and respect that. So the characters in this movie, I did not give an absolute fuck about other than Goreman himself. The little girl in this movie, over the top acting, trying too hard, trying to be fucking funny like the rest of the family. Didn't enjoy it. I thought it was cringe as fuck, especially her. I just wanted Goreman to rip her head off and say, fuck you, and then just be like, done with her. But then we wouldn't have a movie. So, other than that, Goreman himself, I actually really enjoyed every time he graced the screen with his presence because I was just waiting for him to kill someone. And especially some of his line delivery back to the girl, I thought was actually pretty fucking funny at times, like how he was going to kill her. And he says this really warped shit that, like, we will say something in our language to him, and he's like, no, I am the meaning of death, and I will kill you, and I will make sure you will spend all eternity in torturing and suffering. And although that was actually pretty fun, like some of the stuff he would say there, it was interesting as well. And I did like how he sort of get a bit of a backstory here and there on who he was and what it was. And they're the kind of films, like, I mean, you could turn this into a TV series, and look, I would probably watch those episodes of his backstory and whatever it is, like a bit of a prequel to this, and it definitely feel like that 90s nostalgia, like Power Rangers and all that sort of shit. So yeah, I'd be really interested to see how that would play out. It was actually I didn't really have a favourite scene in this movie, but I mean, the closest to a favourite scene that I would have to go with that kind of made me laugh the first time I watched it was when Goreman turns the cop into this brainless zombie that just carries on like an absolute spastic. And you see him roaming around shooting his gun off, and then when Goreman's getting beat up by like all these other aliens, he's sort of in there kicking him and stuff as well. Although it was actually really fucking funny.
That's what I said. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, I actually didn't mind the dream sequence. It was kind of a
we didn't even talk about
Phantasm. That was actually pretty cool.
It was literally a fucking Phantasm scene swap.
The cinematography in this film is nothing to rave on about. It's just standard filmmaking at best, but the lighting in this movie in certain scenes I actually thought was done pretty cool with its harsh pinks and blues, but that neon light filter over certain shots. I thought in those scenes, like that dream sequence I was just talking about, those harsh reds, and really like created an atmosphere of what, really reflected to the character of Goreman. There was some pinks and purples in there, like the color of him and the blues and all that. They add up to just that value of like what he sort of represents, and I thought that was actually done really well. I'll just say really quick before I go, there were some fucking absolutely atrocious and cringy moments in this movie. That stupid ball game at the start of the movie, I knew it was going to come into play by the end of the movie. Not needed, lame as fuck, dumb as fuck, like this fucking family that aren't even funny at all. And that stupid fucking song they sung at the end of the movie, corny as all shit, lame, took me out of the fucking movie. And that stupid little bitch throughout this whole movie, I'll just make this clear again, she was so fucking annoying. I was waiting for Goreman to destroy her, and that's all I wanted. And we never got that. And it fucking pissed me off. In saying that, I am going to give this a solid 3. And this is your Kanga Banger signing out.
Wait, what did
I
you
look
say?
forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this movie. And I'll catch you gentlemen next week. So cheers.
Thank you, Brody.
Thank you, Broadster.
That was a solid 3 from Brody. It's kind of where I'm feeling, but we are not done, so it could always change by then. All right. Let me get that out of here. Boop. Thank you. What you got there, Chad Daddy?
Ice cream.
Ooh.
What kind?
It is
Chocolate.
fudge cheesecake.
Oh.
Which is just really, I get no cheesecake. It's just like a really rich chocolate, but boy, is it good.
I keep seeing this stupid video where this woman's like, you know, you don't have to eat the whole tub. And it's like, no, don't you fucking tell us how to live our lives.
Don't shame us.
Fuck you. Those are
Listen,
singles.
It's like when they tell
I
us,
don't care what anybody says. Those are singles. Fucking
Yeah.
Agreed.
listen, it's like when they say, when you have a potato, you only have a couple potato chips. Bitch,
Dude.
that bag is going in my stomach.
Yeah,
Dude.
serving size of like 8 potato chips, or French fries even.
That's why at least
Yeah,
Pringles,
my ass.
Pringles fucking thing, they knew, right? They're like, yo, once you pop, the fun don't stop. Because
Yeah.
you eat at least half the
Yeah.
sleeve. Speaking of which, Scoobs, you got 3D printers, right?
Yeah. Well, I used to.
Oh, okay. So I saw somebody make a 3D printed Pringles sleeve grabber. So what you do is it's just like it's an elongated like curvature, right? And then but it's the lid so that you could just leave it on and just like cap it too, right? But you put it to the one side, put it in, drop it down, whoop, you pull out the whole fucking sleeve right there at fucking easy access. And I was
Holy
like,
shit.
Oh
right?
my
Talk
God.
about fat man. Like now you're not doing the little like cat where your hand's stuck in the fucking, or you're just fucking like dumping it into your mouth like a fucking
I
fat.
call that.
That's what
I
I
used to call
tell
it
you.
the Mega Man when I was little. 'cause
Hell
I would put
yeah,
it on and be
dude.
like,
Now you get like your fucking hands like fucking
Yeah.
your strong hand. You're like, yeah, use my strong hand. All right. Anyways, so that is a 3 from Brody Kane. I'm glad he brought up the dream scene because we did not talk about that. But
Those
Yeah,
zombies
we
were fucking
Great
gnarly.
Did we?
too.
Oh, we did. Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry. I just like how it ended.
We-
Like that was the best because you're just like they never show any of the scenes like that where it's just like, oh,
Yeah, he's like, oh, now we do. Now we wait for you to wake up. And they just stand there.
just zombies
Yeah.
fucking just munching and like doing their right. We don't know how to scene transition. Just
But
let it go.
those zombies looked really cool, man. They kind of
did.
reminded me of like Night of the Living or Return of the Living Dead zombies.
Okay, yeah, super
well, yeah,
mutated and
Yeah,
shit,
like
and
bursting
gross.
out the fucking ground and shit.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, unless anybody else has anything to discuss, I'm gonna give the reins to Chad, Daddy. We could talk behind the scenes.
Sure. So, the full PG makeup took many hours to apply, often requiring Matthew Ninneber to be the first person to arrive for shooting and the last to leave. He spent so much time in the costume that the crew failed to recognize him without it.
Wow.
That must have been like when that shoot was over and that dude finally just didn't have to do that. That must have been just like a big sigh of relief at that point. You know what I
Because
mean?
you know that bitch was hot.
Oh,
that thing was
yeah,
hot as hell.
dude.
All of those suits were.
Oh.
All of them.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
They definitely lost weight.
Yeah.
That
Every day.
Oh, yeah.
Jump.
But yeah.
Oh. Does it say how long the process took by chance?
Let me look. I don't think it did.
There's no way it wasn't any less than
No, I don't have
6
anything about
hours
that.
in my head.
And you know what I feel too? That it would be so annoying having even in the in Pandora's get up because
Yeah.
you know you had to over exaggerate your mouth when you were talking because you could tell like
But yeah,
it didn't really match.
yeah.
Like they dubbed it, of course. It was dubbed over because there's no way they talked perfectly with those suits on.
Yeah, because
So
they
they
wanted
had
to,
to like
it had to look
overextend
more
their
Power
jaws
Rangers
and
that
shit.
way, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, I did like how that character literally cube squished a random woman.
I know, random
Yeah.
woman
And
that
then-
became her.
And then I was just like, what? And then just like fucking wiped her all
Imagine
over her
if we had
mouth
that
and shit. I was just like,
technology.
the fuck is happening? That was, I don't know. That was cool. Randomness. Anything else, Chad, today?
Psycho Goreman is from the planet Gygax, which is most likely a reference to one of the creators of Dungeons and Dragons, Gary Gygax.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. That's
Not a Dungeons man, but that is awesome.
No. I used to play it, but yeah, long time ago.
Mm.
Krista McCulloch, who plays Pandora, doubles as Alistair's mother. Yeah. the hot mom.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
What?
would have never
So
guessed.
she's a badass angel robot and a hot mom.
Mhm.
Mm.
Nice.
All the scenes with the kids were shot first, followed by shooting scenes with adults using stand-ins for the kids off screen.
Okay.
Were the
Also-
stand-ins adults? Just really
Yes.
tiny adults? Like, or did they do like perspective shooting so they made him look smaller?
Also, to go along with that, hey, my buddy Doug's here.
What's up,
What's
Doug?
up, Rainbow Bright?
Hey,
For
Doug.
the scenes that required blood and gore special effects, the child actors were forbidden to be on set.
Interesting.
That's nice.
Very interesting.
The fight between Psycho Goreman and the Paladin's Obsidian was shot in 2 days.
That's such
So-
a great scene.
You know exactly what that scene is. I mean, you could tell just from the lineup, right? Because anybody that's watched Power Rangers has always seen that like versus lineup where there's always like one and then an array of people behind them and shit. But I feel it really finalizes of like you know exactly what's happening when that main dude does that double flip kick
Yeah.
to the
Yep.
chest, and
Yep.
you're like, "Oh, it's fucking on, dude!" Like full Power Ranger mode right there. Especially when the sparks started flying, you're just like, "Yep."
Molly
Offshoots.
said offshoots, but I gotta
Yeah.
say they found
The least police-looking policeman.
I've ever
"Yeah,
seen
they
in
were
ever.
pretty."
They did.
No.
They looked
did.
like they were right out of the academy,
Second worst.
police
Worst.
academy.
Worst is still Party Cop.
Oh,
Wait,
that was
wait.
one of the trailers, not Party Cop, but since you said cop, it reminded me. That was one of the trailers on here that I've never seen, and I want to watch it. Wolf Cop.
I have that.
Oh,
and I've
yes.
never watched it.
I've
dude.
never
never
watched
seen
it, but
I've
the
never seen
trailer
it
looks
either.
fucking gnarly.
It looks ridiculous. And
It looks so stupid, but I feel like
But
I'm
it-
gonna like it better than I like. And I didn't even like
I've been a
Wolfman,
hot
but I feel
minute
like it's
since
gonna
I've
be
seen the
better than
trailer.
Wolfman.
Man, I can't believe you didn't like Wolfman.
I fucking hated them.
sometimes that's just how it goes, man.
I'm surprised. I thought as much as Brody loves Lee Wanell, he did not like it at all. Well, it's not he didn't like it. He's just disappointed by it.
Yeah, it could have been so much more.
The Zombie Cop is a reference to Steve Costanza's 2012
Costanza
short film BioCop.
Costanza.
bio.
I've
Wow.
It's a
I've
short
heard of
film,
that.
Why
though.
does that sound
Oh, short film. I'm gonna look it up anyways.
Costansky.
Yeah, look it up.
The human outfit PG wears in the movie is the same outfit Sam Neill wears in Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Yes!
I fucking noticed that.
There's-
Oh, I
Yes.
totally did not notice that.
Really,
Yeah.
dude, it's
I
such a
did
the hat and
distinct-
everything, bro.
It's such a distinct.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't notice.
That's
You know what?
literally my favorite
We
Johnny
didn't
Cage
talk about
skit in
that scene.
MK1, dude.
We didn't talk about that scene, but I loved the fucking scene where they were getting him dressed up in different outfits and shit. I don't know
Yes.
why. I just laughed so hard.
Because
at
that
shit.
okay. So when did this take place? We never discussed this. Was it 90s? Or
It
I never
doesn't
said-
say.
It doesn't say.
well, there's
I
no
assume
like
with the
new,
shit TV.
but there's no like
There's no cell phones or anything.
cell phones and stuff. So
There's
is
no
it
cell
like
The TV they brought him was an old CRT TV anyway.
Yeah.
so we're talking maybe like 2000s,
Early, yeah.
2003 ish, maybe.
Not only that, also in that scene where they're dressing him up, I find it so funny that the mother is there with them doing that. I'm like,
No, I like that though for some reason because
No,
I thought I thought
I
that's
found
where
it
like the
weird
whole
at the
family was
same
gonna
time,
get
like,
in with it, and they
okay.
never like did, which was kind of like okay.
Writer director Steven Kostansky played the brain Alistair when it was walking through the field.
I could, what I pictured with that is
Was he just
how did
crawling underneath
That's
it?
exactly what I fucking pictured in my head. Was that there was a stuntman or somebody just fucking crawling? So I kept looking to see if I could see like feet.
Like if it would
Fucking-
pop up a little
Yeah,
bit. That's probably
That thing was moving so slow too.
that's probably why
God.
they had the canvas hanging on the sides and stuff, just to
Yeah.
like skirt a little bit.
am I ever going to be normal again?
I know,
Probably
but I
not.
like you the way you are. Mwah.
She kissed
She kissed.
Poor Alistair, dude. You got the
Oh.
worst.
He just wanted to
Ah,
go home.
The backyard scenes were shot in the backyard of executive producer Jesse Christensen's house.
They're like, yo,
Nice.
let's just dig a big hole in my thing. Fuck it. You know what? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I would do it.
The Galactic Council originally appeared in only one scene in the original script.
Oh, I'm glad they
Oh.
threw them in more because I really
Yeah.
like those designs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
You spent so much time on them, dude. That would suck if you only got one scene with them.
Yeah.
Robo Brain was the best though.
Robo Brain was great, but that snake one was awesome looking.
I'm trying to think of the other ones now. There's there's like the main dude. He was kind of like whatever. He just reminded me like a Star Trek alien.
I wouldn't even say Star Trek.
No.
Low grade Star
That was
Trek.
like Spaceballs alien.
Yeah.
Hey, you do not talk
That
shit
is
on
still-
Spaceball.
I'm not
Space-
talking shit about. Oh,
I'm talking old school Star Trek, dude, like 60s Star Trek. All right. It's good that we got more though. With anything else, Chad Daddy?
Writer-director Steven Kostansky came up with the film's idea when he watched Rawhead Rex. He hated that film, but he thought, what if Rawhead Rex met E.T.? Other influences include Masters of the Universe, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now it all
Right
makes
on.
sense. Wow.
Right
Yeah,
on.
I could definitely see Masters for sure.
Definitely
see
you can
the-
see Power Rangers.
Yeah,
The
Power.
Rawhead Rex
Ninja
with ET
Turtles?
makes sense. Okay.
Not really seeing the Ninja Turtles unless we're just talking like maybe effects wise.
That or the fact that it's
well, yeah,
one
probably
was-
like effects wise and like villains and stuff because the turtles had like. Do you
Yeah,
remember
that's
that
true. Because
really
they had
shitty-
Dimension X villains. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but do you remember that shitty fucking live action that they did
Nope, doesn't
that
exist.
was like Power Rangers?
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, Next Mutation.
That
Yeah.
one, yeah,
Yeah,
Dude, that even crossed over with the Power Rangers.
yeah, it did, yeah, it fucking did, and it was horrible.
that was Power Rangers in space, wasn't it? I think it was.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
We're not the man to ask that question.
No.
All right. Anyways, Chad Daddy, back to you. Bro.
Alasdair never changes back. Writer-director Steven Kostansky said he kept him as a brain because he was a nothing character that didn't do much.
Damn.
Wow.
Fuck you,
Okay.
Alistair.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Fair. All right.
And finally, Psycho Goreman was initially scheduled to premiere at the South by Southwest Film Festival in March of 2020, prior to the festival's cancellation due to COVID. It screened later that year as part of Beyond Fest on October 7th, 2020, and also screened as part of the Stygies Film Festival and Australia's Monster Fest. The film's distribution rights were acquired by RLJE Films and Shudder, and it was simultaneously released in theaters and on video on demand January 22nd, 2021, and a limited edition DVD Blu-ray was released on March 16th, 2021.
Nice. I'm assuming that is the one that scoops it.
Steelbook, beautiful.
Ooh, nice. All right. Thank you, Chad Daddy, for that.
My pleasure.
Thank you for that, sir.
All righty, boys. Where did we watch this bad boy?
Shudder.
Right, yeah.
Also Shudder. But hell yeah. I'm glad to be using Shudder. Thanks, Molly. Okay. Does the cover art sell you? Yes. Honestly, all the artwork
Yes,
of this.
yes, it does.
Look at the back. Like that fucking sells it alone just from the
Right?
back.
That feels
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe right
Very
there.
mass. Yes, when he started ripping fucking pieces of her
that
to
was
make a sword,
badass.
That was fucking dope.
Okay, so I was hoping when he ripped her eyeball out, he would have shoved it. Because did it show where the eyeball went? I couldn't tell.
I don't
tried
think
to look
so.
twice. All right,
I don't know.
doesn't matter. I wanted him to put it in the center because I don't
You
know. if
have
you boys
the
are-
Sword of Omens.
no,
Thundercats.
no. I was going more like Soul Calibur, dude. It looked like fucking
Oh,
Soul Edge
yeah.
the way it kind of was
Yeah.
already. And I was just like, oh man, if it had like a big fucking eye in the center of it, it would have been it. No, this all right. So absolutely everybody is thumbs up on the cover art.
Yes.
Douche of the film.
Mimi.
girl.
Main
Mimi.
character.
Mimi.
Mimi.
Dude,
Fucking
Terrible
Mimi.
character.
she is the worst. Favorite
In the
kill.
best way possible.
Ooh.
There's a
Oh,
lot of good
fuck,
kills in this, dude.
Fuck. I told Mel yesterday this was my favorite kill, and I don't remember.
Was it a human or an alien?
I don't remember.
I
Beginning or end or middle?
don't remember. No, I'm kidding.
I can help you with this, baby. Because like the gang members were pretty cool in the beginning.
I like that he ripped. What does he rip the guy's arms off and shit like that?
Well, then there was the other guy where you like froze him in perpetual thing, and then
Oh,
he
yeah.
got
Fucking
shattered.
Luke knocks
Yeah,
him
shut
over.
it.
That was my masterpiece.
Which that felt like a Wishmaster scene to me because
Yeah.
like where
Yeah,
fucking what's his name, Jason there gets fucking frozen or broken in glass and shit.
I have a couple.
I'm picking for my favorite one is the
Ooh.
random kid that got blown up on the bike. All he did was badmouth Psycho Goreman. He just blew him
but
And he just looked at him like.
that was the funniest kill though because it was just like
Okay, so
Going
I
with
got
that.
an alien and a human. So the alien is the warrior's death of him eating them.
that was
So
fucking
that's
badass,
number one for
dude.
alien, and then one for human. I'm gonna go with the beginning one where he rips the guy's arms off because that one to me it's nice and brutal. I like it.
That was solid because that's kind of sets a pace for the gore.
Yes. So
Yeah, for sure.
those are mine.
Scoobs, are you still thinking?
Okay, so mine's stupid. It's so stupid, and it isn't the one I picked last night. But now that I'm thinking about it,
you
it's
can
the
give
one
us
that made me-
both.
It's the one that made me laugh the most, and it's the fucking witch's head getting run over.
Oh, that's great.
It was so fucking dumb. And she's like, "Ha ha, I lived," and then, and that was a squelchy fucking death too.
Yeah, that head had a lot in there apparently.
Favorite death.
Oh, the one that I was thinking was the fucking the cop when he
in
just
the fight?
fucking like melted away and shit. Just because he was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about when he gets turned into the ghoul?
No. When he dies, like when he finally fucking dies.
Okay. I was thinking about that one myself. Oh man, this is a tough one because there's some fucking sweet. I might have to still go Warrior's Death, dude, because that scene was just like that was over the top and it was fucking great. And it was wet. All right, that takes us to best scene.
When he's
Power Rangers fight
fighting,
scene.
Power Rangers fight scene's great.
That was solid.
That is fucking great. But I feel like that was gonna be y'all's pick to begin with. So I'm going the scene where he's fighting Pandora and he sees his Hunky Boys magazine. And he's like, "My Hunky Boys." I laughed so fucking hard at that shit. I'm like, God damn it.
I don't like hunky boys. Or do I?
Or do I?
I'm gonna
He
go
does.
with when he comes to the backyard and Mimi he turns Alistair into the brain and he tries to go after Mimi's parents and she's trying like, oh no, he's a big softie. He just keeps going like this. I will kill you.
Okay, the best. Another scene of where how stupid the fucking husband is. He comes out and he's bitching about the bat.
Yes, that's the same scene. That's the same
Alien.
scene.
Not even questioning
lucky
the
bat.
9-foot fucking alien. Like, huh?
That's
My
that's the same scene. That's
Lucky
my
bat.
favorite scene, along with the fight, of course. But that's my favorite.
Nah, but Jesus Christ. I'm actually gonna go when I'm gonna go Gorman's past story, dude.
Yeah, that was
I was
dope.
all about it because
Ooh,
it was a
that's
solid
dope one.
backstory. We got some weird almost stop motion animation shit going on during there. He's in a giant fucking mech for whatever fucking reason, just wreaking havoc.
Just
It was
cuz.
badass. Yeah.
Fuck it. Who cares?
I almost feel like that needed a happy song over that or something. Like we needed to see like him leaving Earth and destroying more shit, but that's where you put the stupid like
What the
freak,
frick?
yeah, that song as he's like just fucking ripping apart bodies and shit, dude. Like
That would be
that was the send off we
fuck.
needed, man.
How have we not talked about the end where it gave us a full-on Power Rangers monster when he was shown fucking giant size
Yeah,
destroy
giant
the
size.
city?
Okay, so not only Power Rangers, but that made me think of what oh my god, we just fucking watched it. Little Shop of Horrors. Like the OG
yeah.
ending of that. And I
yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, yeah, man, just going giant, being like, yep, fuck all
See,
this
and
shit.
I love that we did not. It technically, it's not a happy ending to this movie. It's
No,
not.
no, it's
because
not.
everybody's fucked except the douchey family.
There is the one point where you think the dad's about to be good, where you think he's gonna like reprimand his daughter for something. What the fuck was it? And he gets like halfway there, and he's like, "All right," and then just fucking goes on like he just wanted to acknowledge that he heard it, but he didn't care like either.
Shit, you know what? I want to change my best scene.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
The scene where fucking Psycho Goreman was talking to the dad when he was on the toilet.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you
dude!
can't go wrong with
Fuck,
that.
that might be there too because that was definitely like funniest scene for me. Oh,
Find me!
But definitely a missed opportunity to throw in a whole bunch of watery shit sounds.
yes, dude!
Oh,
like,
yes.
absolutely. And like when he fell in the tub, like his pants should have still been around his ankles for me for whatever reason.
I mean, they were
Or
still
you
like
should-
thigh high. It was like, yeah.
Or a
All
little
right,
somewhere, but, you know.
worst moment or scene.
Some of the effects looking a little not like suit wise, just some of the CGI they use in spots. I'm like, but that little for me.
I'm gonna go with Mimi talking to the cross. I
That's
didn't
what I'm
need
going
that
with,
scene.
too.
It was fucking stupid,
That was
and it
stupid as
made
hell.
me hate her even more.
Yep, same.
I can't say I hated any scene or that I
That's
thought
fine.
the
That's
scene was
fine.
bad. Yeah.
You can go NA. That works. All right. Opening scene. Did it hook you in?
Yes.
So we got a text scroll.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I was down.
Absolutely. It
I'm
did.
always- good text scroll is always like, all right. If it's too long, sometimes you're like, but if it's reading it to you, it's a little better. All right. That takes us to most attractive character.
Alistair's mom, she's got it
Yes.
going on.
Yes, she did.
I would probably have to agree with that because
Yeah. Oh, we'll agree with that as well.
what else do you have to really compare?
Nothing.
Don't,
That's why I was gonna be
Mom.
like,
Oh man, that
I
bucket
was
of
just agreeing.
meat and bones was really fucking doing it.
Pandora, the witch.
Well,
Pandora-
Pandora is the
Mom, so
sister's
Yeah.
mom, so
yeah, what's the lady who looked like the witch? All right. Yeah, I feel like that's just a win across the board for her. That takes us to did the score set the mood? The score is
Yep.
fucking
Yeah, it
awesome.
did.
Absolutely.
good.
It's great.
Oh man, best song.
The
What I-
ending song we get before.
Oh, the Psycho Gorman song, right? Like
yes,
they actually, like-
yes,
During the credits.
yes.
Yes.
There's-
that was
wait, there was
solid.
two songs because there was the one song
the
and then
rap
it showed
song.
the Alien Council and then it had a rap song at the end.
The rap
I'm going with the
song.
song before.
Okay.
That's the one I'm going with too, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
going with.
I'm going with
before.
what the frick, just because I like that scene.
I do, okay.
Yeah.
I do. I like it catchy, but
No, I like the random rap song because it reminded me of very late 80s, early
Mhm.
90s end credits. So I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Literally all of Ghostbusters too. All right.
That makes me think of is the freaking LL Cool J song at the end of Deep Blue Sea.
Hell yeah,
Oh, I
dude.
forgot.
We
song.
need that.
It's
Like,
like a shark fin.
I'm not gonna lie, like and maybe it's a little too corny for now, but like I want that shit to come back. And it still exists, right? Like
You know what-
Eminem did Venom. So
Yeah.
like it's still there.
You know what
but-
I want back? I want the movie, and I know he passed on, but I want movie voice guys back in
Yes.
trailers. That's
Yes.
what I want back. I
Yes.
need that back in fucking movie trailers.
You know why you want that? Because you want to do that job.
I do
want
want
to
to do that job. Fuck
It'd be
yeah.
fucking
Coming
awesome,
to
man.
theaters this summer.
Right?
Tit Squatch.
Wherever. Yes.
Yeah,
She's
maybe.
coming for you.
No.
Tit Squatch is coming and
Oh
coming
my-
again.
And coming again.
All right. Favorite character? Psycho Gorman. Dude.
Psycho Gorman.
Like,
Michael
that's not even
Gorman.
a-
That's
yeah.
not even a question.
Robo Brain's a close second.
Ooh. All right. I'll give you that. I might go Bucket of Blood if we're gonna go random secondary character because I like. I don't know why.
Blood was pretty cool.
I was just feeling that. Like,
If we're
that
going,
was the most. That was the
let's go.
most
All right. Yeah.
highlight
Let's
of the
go
film.
secondary.
if we're going
character.
secondary characters, I'm going the main dude that had the crown on because I liked his design.
That was
Oh,
cool.
he was
That
cool.
design was cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I
with
mean,
the,
Cassius 3000 looked pretty cool.
Cassius 3000, the Vine chick that was just throwing random fucking
Oh, we're
stones at him for some reason.
A golem, right?
yeah, I think so. Because
Yeah,
she
that's
was
what I looked at.
yeah, because she was like made out of like
'Cause she
tree
had the
branches.
Rose, the rose was her heart.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And she was throwing random tablets of stone at him for some fucking odd reason.
Bob,
I'm
who's your
gonna go with-
secondary?
I'm gonna go.
Secondary
With,
is Robo Brain.
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the witch.
Yeah,
Ooh,
cool
all right.
fucking design.
Yeah, because
Not
I
only
feel like
that, I
Psycho Gorman's an easy one. Like everybody's gonna like him the most. So yeah, secondary one seems more fitting.
Not only that, her head was rolling and she thought she was gonna live. I mean, come on, how can you not love it?
It almost would have been better if that came back in the credits. Like if she was just going that much farther. But at the same time, it's funnier that it was the dad that just finished her off.
And
All right.
I just had this thought right now. And I know we said, that the movie didn't end on a happy note or whatever, but I love that his character doesn't have that change of heart. You know what I mean?
Shouldn't,
He's
because
just
the
using
way
love to destroy the universe.
Yeah,
this time.
because he likes to do it so much.
that was
He's
his
like,
thing.
"Ah."
And now that he found love, that's his motivation to do what he's fucking doing.
because he loves to do it. That's right. It gives him a chub to destroy things.
Wonder if he's gonna save any hunky boys.
I'm telling you, man, you could easily give me a prequel with this shit, dude. It doesn't even have to be a full length, but it'd be badass. All right, that takes us to, was it scary?
No,
It wasn't
it was
intended
too
to be
cheesy to
scary.
be scary.
Yeah.
It was gory though, so I will.
Was it squelchy?
Yes,
Very.
yes, very.
There was a lot of squelch.
That's like a solid one for that. Okay, does it hold up today? It's not even that old, so yes.
So yes,
It would have been way better in the 90s, but I feel like it being made today, it helps give it those like nostalgia berries,
Yeah.
So that takes us to acting.
Bad. Aside from a Psycho Goreman, bad.
I mean, if the idea was to not make me like you, then they did all a solid job.
And that was exactly the point.
So-
And they did their job. You
Yeah,
hated
no,
all the characters.
right. No, and
I agree with that. With what Stu said.
that's something you always got to tell yourself, right? Like, if there is a character you hate so much, what's their name from fucking Harry Potter?
Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah,
Commodus.
that character just did that phenomenal, or that person did that phenomenal of a job in portraying that. So
I'm gonna say the acting was good.
yeah, I'm gonna
For
agree.
what it was.
I'm gonna agree.
It's a cheese movie, and the acting fit the cheese movie role.
The cheese parts, they know it's cheese,
Yeah,
right? Like they already know what's going in, so they're just working with it and they're still playing it serious. So, and that's what makes it work.
Yep.
All right, that takes us to cinematography.
Very Power Rangers. I
yeah,
mean,
nothing. It's nothing. Right.
It's nothing. It's nothing over the
But I
top.
did-
It's nothing
but I did-
extravagant.
I did like the lighting on a lot of the scenes, like Brody was saying, where it brought out the
Yes.
bright neon pinks and purples of Psycho Goreman.
So, yes, lighting was solid. Now, if I look at this question, did I like the cinematography? Yes, but I also like Power Rangers.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So that's
know
why
what I
I'm
mean?
a hard yes.
yeah. So it works for me. Absolutely. Lighting was top notch, though.
Yeah.
And the pink and the blues in this whole movie, dude, like, fuck yeah, bring it all the way. Did we like the premise?
Yes.
Yeah.
The worst possible person on the planet controlling the most destructive person in the fucking galaxy universe. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. That takes us to climax. Was it satisfying?
Yes, actually.
I'm gonna say yes because I thought it was gonna be this big fucking battle, and then when he's like, Mimi, you choose, and they just fucking play the fucking battle ball or whatever. the
Oh,
fuck
see,
it's
I
called-
felt like I
called.
knew that was coming right back.
I was like, yeah, let's fucking go.
No, I'm going to agree with that too. Plus, I also like afterwards, you still see him destroying shit. Again, excuse me, said it before. This douche family is going to live, but the rest of everyone's going to die. I'm like, hey, you know something? All right.
Yeah, you mentioned that stupid murder ball game or whatever, and all I could think of was
Crazy
when
ball.
Crazy Ball, and when they were trying to play it with PG and his little minion, and she's like, "Okay, do you understand the rules?" And
And the menu's like,
the minion's the other one. Like, finally, someone gets it. He's a soulless husk. He's just telling you what you want to hear.
as most drones do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I hated the family, so I kind of wanted something to happen better with them. But I did like how PG went off into the sunset, destroying a city. So
Yeah, because he could have went anywhere. He could have went anywhere in the universe.
yeah,
at
it
that
could have
point.
right, but it was just. And to me, it wasn't even the far city. It was like the city literally outside the building.
Yeah.
Like he was just like,
Yeah.
"Meh, we're gonna start right here.
But you know what?
yeah.
I didn't- Here's what I didn't understand. Here's where the Templars fucked up royally. You know that gem is what gives him his power. Why the fuck would you put it on his fucking tomb
Because
and
I thought
send it off?
I thought the way it worked is it also entombed him in, like, it was kind of like a double-edged sword kind of a thing, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like think of it like so like that's like Iron Man's like power thing, right? But then like if somebody encased Iron Man and then used his thing to power that tomb. That's how I took
I don't
it
know. It was
as,
just kind of a
but-
stupid move on their end.
I mean, I like that she just randomly figured out the fucking thing, but
Yeah, the code, like, right away.
bullshit fucking little yeah. My brother sucks balls, blah blah blah. All right, recycle, rewind, remake, reboot, or reshelf.
Rewind.
Rewind. I'll rewind it. How often? Now I'm debating it in my head.
You know what? I will give this another rewind for sure.
I'll say
Okay.
reshelf.
Reshelf, okay, solid. All right, let's rate this bitch. Brody started us off a little over the middle with a 3. Bob, what do you got, brother?
You know, the more we talked about it, all right, I'm gonna go with a 3.5.
Gonna go a little 350, huh? All right. Scuba.
I had my score set in my head last night, and my score
Go on.
did not change. I'm not giving it a 5. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
giving it a 5. I'm giving it a 4.2.
4-point deuce. All right. Chad Daddy.
It's a deuce for me too.
Solid deuce. All right.
It was salvageable. It wasn't great, but it's salvageable.
All right. And
You know what?
I kind of want to watch it now. God damn it!
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to say I want to see a sequel to this, but not in movie form. Like do like a Adult Swim type animation series that's a sequel to this.
Yeah, because it would have to, it would suck because once you take the human element out of it, it changes the concept. So
Oh,
even
it
if we
does,
got
absolutely.
if we got a prequel of this, it would be a straight like fantasy horror action type flick, sci-fi. You know
Which
what
I'm
I
fine
mean? Which I'm fine with, but then to go from that to this, I feel like it just degrades this movie.
it depends on how you play it. You literally can make it where think of it like a Rogue One situation where you have people going to go fight Psycho Goreman. So now you feel for them. And Psycho Goreman comes in and pulls a fucking Vader and just literally fucking decimates everybody. Like, make him the ruthless badass that he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, actually scary. You could. I don't know how much it would work. I would like that, but okay, so Chad Daddy gave it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 3.3.
Okay.
Feels like a weird random number that I like. I don't know why. All right, let's divide that bitch by 5. That is a 3-point deuce for
Okay.
2020's Psycho Goreman. All right. Chad Daddy, I know we already mentioned it earlier in the episode, but what are we covering next week, brother?
Next week is our first anthology movie of the year. There will be a couple. We are watching the original VHS.
Now
I believe that is on Shudder, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel that
Yes.
we need to add another question because it is an anthology film.
Oh, I'm gonna add that for the
Which is the best
anthology.
one?
What's your favorite
which was
segment?
your favorite
Yes.
segment?
Yeah, that
I was
makes
gonna
sense.
do that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to be here for that.
I already know what mine is, so and it's not
Oh.
gonna change.
It's
I like
it's been a hot minute since I watched the first VHS. so I gotta watch
Absolutely, dude.
The
I feel
most
like that's
terrifying
most-
one.
And I still have yet to watch the spin-off full movie of that. I keep
There's a
meaning to.
spin-off movie.
It's called Siren. Yeah, it was made
What
up
Yes,
years
the
ago.
yes.
Yeah, it's a full movie, dude.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
But yes, I am in total agreement to that. Not to skip to next week by any means, but
Tubi.
oh, Molly says it's on Tubi. Hell yeah, Tubi. Tubi coming in always with the horror flicks. Yeah, because that's right. I think Shudder has all the new VHSs. Tubi has all the old VHSs. So
Right on.
hell yeah, dude. No, VHS one was a solid. I'm trying to think. The only one I didn't really care for was the second one, but we'll get into that next week.
Oh, I actually see. I like the second one.
Well,
Yeah,
we will get into this.
Yeah.
Next
Well,
week.
no, I'm gonna.
You
send
will
a
be
video.
having fun in the motherfucking sun.
Yeah,
Yes.
bitch.
I hope it's sunny. We'll see. We'll have fun in the Bucks, dude. No, but all right. So nerd news. I don't know if we discussed this last week, but we got the new trailer for The Naked Gun.
Oh my
God, I
And
loved it.
I haven't watched it.
okay,
Chad.
damn.
Fuck, Chad.
Damn it.
That last scene we get, I
Bro,
fucking
that made
almost
me
pissed
laugh.
my pants.
But they needed it, right?
Yeah,
So
and I think everybody that's I mean, Naked Gun is Naked Gun, man. If you love the cheese, Naked Gun is the cheese, and I feel like we're gonna see Liam Neeson in a way that we've never fucking seen him before, and I'm all for it.
But I still need him to play the way Leslie Nielsen played Frank Drebin. He needs to play it as a straight man still.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely gonna do it.
I hope so, dude. Like I feel like Seth MacFarlane makes hilarious shit. The dude knows humor in a lot of different ways of it. I mean, not just like Family Guy and shit, but do like his Star Trek show and everything like that. And I don't know, man. I'm excited for it. I'm excited that we're getting a weird, like, goofy ass comedy like
And
that.
I love that it's not a remake.
No, it's a fucking
it's a
continuation.
It's a reboot. It's a continuation. I fucking love that. I love that the original still happened, and this is continuing on.
I'm a big fan of Liam Neeson. So I mean, the second they said he was on board, I'm like, I'm on board until I see it, and either I like it or I don't. I'm on board because he's always good.
Now I was debating my old man, and I will agree. Leslie Nielsen is a hard. You won't be able to.
It's a tough act to follow.
Fucking A, dude. You
yes.
Just because, and I think we discussed it on the Creep Show episode that we've done, but like he has solid acting chops, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like he's not just a comedy actor. He was in legit shit, everything, and then went to the comedy stuff, and that's why. I don't know, man. I hope all for the best, dude. I
feel like that's gonna work in the same aspect.
I hope it does. I hope it does, dude.
Serious actor now going to the comedy shit. So hopefully it works.
I feel like Liam Neeson's been a little bit shoehorned probably in the last decade with just like
Taken
action.
Yeah, literally.
100%. But I'm excited for it. That's all I got.
I am. Yeah, definitely.
We did also get an extended preview of Superman.
I didn't
watch that.
Didn't watch that either.
I didn't want to give away.
So it's just an extended scene from that we got in the first teaser trailer of
Where
Crypto
shows up.
Yeah, but it's that extended scene, and like I said, boys, I'm a huge fucking Superman fan. I gave myself.
Bro.
Look, hold on.
See that?
Let me show y'all how much of a Superman fan I am. I was 16 years old, and I gave myself this. It is the shittiest tattoo in the world, but I'm proud of it because I did it to myself.
I hope it's on his ass.
It's my Kryptonian birthmark. It's my Kryptonian birthmark, like the second tattoo I ever had. I am a huge fucking Superman fan, and I was so disappointed that they did not bring Cavill back. But now looking at this film and seeing the trailers and seeing the colors,
Superman.
But the colors, it's what we've been missing. It is a movie that looks like Metropolis. It is a movie
brightly colored
where Superman is Superman. We're getting all of that goodness, that hope back in this character. And I was so mad that it wasn't Cavill. But you know what? I'm okay with it now, especially after watching this extended trailer and seeing the dynamic of what they're doing with Crypto. Just that alone, I'm like, I'm all for it. I'm sold. I am fucking sold. I don't care if the world hates this fucking movie. I'm gonna love it.
No,
I don't give a shit,
dude.
No, I think it's gonna be loved.
I'm not saying I'm gonna call it right now, but at least with the Minecraft movie this weekend, Warner Brothers is gonna have at least a little bit of a good turnaround with that. Hopefully. And Superman, and hopefully it's a trend for him. We'll see.
So also announced last week on, of all days, April Fool's Day, was they dropped the title and release date of the next Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man Brand New Day will drop July of next year. And then a year later, we get Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse finally.
Fuck yes, dude.
Fuck, man. I need to see how that ends. Like,
Oh man, the
I heard the art.
ending.
I read that the art style is actually going to be a little different in it, like completely different.
I still have to watch the other ones before I watch that one.
Oh, really?
They're really good.
yeah,
Dude,
I'm,
they're
I'm
solid.
behind, dude.
They're
I'm
really
behind.
good.
Fucking. Oh man.
also would like to say happy birthday to a Goofy movie turning 30 years old today.
Oh wow.
That's a kick in the shins.
Yeah,
Jesus.
buddy. Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
I know you boys were excited about it. I didn't watch it because I had never even seen the first one, but the Megan 2.0 trailer dropped as well.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
Oh
that
my
looks crazy.
God,
as
that looks
fuck.
so much fucking fun. And I don't remember who was it Joe or somebody commented on my post when I posted on it that it's like from Terminator to Terminator 2. Now Megan's a fucking
Exactly.
bodyguard. It's going full fucking action. Like, I'm all for it. Like, it looks like it's gonna be a fun fucking ride.
Love the
Yeah.
first one. So I mean, this looks like it's just gonna be fucking great. So
I
absolutely.
fucking love the line where she says, "Hold on to your vaginas, ladies."
Yeah. Under your vaginas.
All right. I will have to watch the trailer. Like I said, I haven't even seen the first movie, so
I like it was like
First
this
one's really
bitch
good, but watch the unrated cut.
this
remember you
bitch
saying that.
versus that bitch.
all right. What else did we get in their news? Man? I feel like
so
we got a bunch
today-
of shit that
Today,
dropped out.
actually, just a couple hours before we went live, NECA
Yes.
dropped the bombshell that we are getting Mother's Day early with the reveal that they're releasing a brand new version of Pamela Voorhees figure. We are getting an ultimate
Nice.
Mrs. Voorhees that actually went on pre-order 6:00 tonight. I already have mine ordered. It's available on NECA store and also basically anywhere else. You can get it. I order mine on BigBadToyStore.com. You can get it on Entertainment Earth, Amazon, and it will also drop in Target
Question.
later. Yes.
How many variations of man hands is coming in said package?
Because if it's
hold
not
on.
there,
It comes with interchangeable heads and hands, knife, axe, machete, broken oar, and a bow and arrow. So you will get 2 sets of hands.
Hell yeah. Pamela Man Hands Voorhees. Fucking coming in hard, dude.
You know,
also, I'm sure you boys already know, Nintendo has canceled pre-orders in the United States
Saw
of these.
that and pushed back.
Yeah.
the
Wait,
drop.
what?
So they canceled pre-orders and they're pushing back the release date of Switch 2.
How far?
At least a month.
Maybe longer, depending on
Yeah.
how
It says a month. It's all based on tariffs, and a lot of people are bitching about the pricing of the games as well as the pricing of the system as well. Because
the system is
listen,
the price of a fucking PlayStation.
I'm a hardcore Nintendo fanboy, dude. I love me my Nintendo. I usually get every single one that comes out. This would be a really hard buy because I can get a Steam Deck for way cheaper that's going to play way better fucking games. And I also have Steam, so I can get a lot cheaper fucking games, dude.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I mean? So
one of the big selling points of like the PS5 and everything is it's not just a game system.
correct.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It is a
an all-in-one
multimedia
entertainment.
center.
Correct.
And the Switch is just a game system.
Yes, it does not. It's not going to play your Blu-rays. It's
Nope.
not. I mean, they have like Hulu and shit. They'll do that crap. That's fine, streaming whatever. But most people also have 1,000 other devices that's going to do all that shit. So you don't need that at all. I mean, listen, man. I'm not going to say I'm still not excited for it, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to change for the dynamic of the release of that within the next couple months of just everything.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't think
I
I'm
hope
gonna
for the
get
best.
one. I don't think I'll get one
Not right
until
away.
I'm gonna wait like a year or two.
I would want to
Same.
wait until they come out with some other game packages because usually that's when they start
Yeah.
dropping price a little.
I'll
bit.
agree with that.
So, yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Steve, for that.
Yeah.
What else was there? There was some other shit too. I can't
Trying to
fucking
get-
remember.
Movies that will be
Oh.
coming around, Black Phone 2 and a couple of other things are coming out.
What is it next week or is it 2 weeks? Sinners comes out. That's what I was going to bring up.
Yes.
Which I didn't know that was a vampire flick. So.
April 18th.
All right.
Oh,
Comes
the
out,
one with
yeah, 2
Michael B.
weeks.
Jordan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw the
So-
trailer and it looked cool.
So when the trailer came out, the initial trailer dropped, it doesn't give you anything.
No, not
which
at all.
I
As it-
liked. So I didn't know if it was demons or what the fuck it was, but now we know it's going to be vampires. And I don't know if it's going to be like Dracula or whatever, but there's a clip of Michael B. Jordan on the red carpet saying, fuck Dracula or some shit like that. So I don't know. I don't know how deep into the lore this is going to get,
Well,
but I'm stoked for it.
if I remember,
Yeah.
because I saw the original trailer, which I agree, that trailer gave you nothing. I was just like,
Yeah.
all right, everything looks kind of old timey, and we look like we're in the bayou.
Voodoo-ish.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
look like we're in Louisiana, like some deep. And I'm all for it, dude. Fuck yeah, like let's
Yeah.
go. And I agree. It was kind of like, oh, it's vampires, which didn't like deflate the balloon, but it was just kind of like, okay, well, at least I know what I'm. What
I mean, and we haven't gotten a good vampire flick in a while.
No. So
It has been a hot minute.
What'd
Which
you
one,
say?
Chad?
Abigail.
I haven't seen
Oh,
Abigail.
never mind.
Haven't seen
It's on our list for this year.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, nerdy boys?
No, that's
I'm all
I
tapped
got.
out on that.
I got
Yep.
nothing.
All right. So next week, once again, like Chad Daddy said, we are covering the first VHS.
3 of us are.
3 of us are. I
What
will
is-
send in a
Maybe-
video.
Maybe we can
Look,
get a
give it
special
each
guest on. I don't know. Maybe we can find somebody to jump on with us.
Say you could. We got a whole week to ask Brody if he wants to, if he can do it up.
if he can
Yes.
swing it. If he can swing
Yeah.
it.
If it
That's
gets
going to be
Yeah.
kind of hard for him to do, though.
Maybe we get
Sometimes
Kaylee
it
on.
is, but yeah, man, get whoever you can.
Yeah, somebody.
I mean, I
I will definitely
get Gene on.
I will
Yeah,
definitely
maybe.
send a video though, because that fucking movie is one of my favorite found footage movies. So that being said, Bob, if you want to start us off,
This is your killing machine, Bobby and Moan, saying, join us next week for VHS, the actual movie, not the tape itself. And also like and share us everywhere, Facebook, YouTube, Podbean, you name it. Get us out there. We love you for it.
Flick that
If not,
bean.
you suck. No, I'm kidding. We will see you next week for VHS.
This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the dean of the deceased, the ghost daddy himself, Lord Scuba Copper, saying, I'll see you next week. And never forget that I like you.
Ooh, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in Chattahoochee, saying, join us next week for VHS. Be kind. Rewind.
God damn it! Now I'm thinking about that movie. Another great Jack Black movie. And I am not so mean, Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode of Gore More Podcast. You know where to find us: Facebook, YouTube. Look for our audio, Apple, Spotify, Podbean. You know it. And yeah, VHS. Join the boys next week. Maybe a guest. And what am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Stay Fresh cheese bags.
Hunky boy penis.
And don't call